Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we've got this Husqvarna ride mower in the shop. It's cranking like the battery's dead. It's not dead, it's a brand new battery, and even when you put a booster on it, it still won't crank over it. It cranks and comes to a dead stop. A couple of things could be going on here. I've got the spark plug out of it, and it cranks over fine with the spark plug out. So it's got too much compression somehow. So it's either going to have bent push rod, the valve's not opening, or it could have the little centrifugal weight on the camshaft that is the automatic decompression. That could be broken, which is absolutely common on these Briggs Strattons. If that's broken, then the engine won't crank over properly. But a couple of things we're going to do just to check before we just tear into the camshaft. That Harley's in a hurry. But we'll get to that after the intro. Okay, hope you enjoyed that intro. Now on with it. Let's get the valve cover off here. I've got the spark plug out already, and we're gonna get the valve cover off, and I'm gonna eyeball down the push rods to see if they're bent. I fully expect a bunch of oil to come out of here. Yeah, who siliconed that on? Probably me. Can we get in there with a screwdriver? In here, maybe? Oh, hammer time. Get off. There we go. No oil. Well, little dribbles. Nothing serious. Look how clean it is in there. I definitely put that silicone on there. This was a resale unit. I've since purchased it back from the customer. So we're going to fix her up and resell it again. So I'm just going to look down these push rods. This one's nice and loose. I'm going to spin it and look down all the way down in the engine, see if it's bent, which I don't see that. I'll just turn it over by hand. So this valve is loose. I'll do the same thing. Not bent. So now what we got to watch is see if that automatic decompression is actually bumping the valve. So I'm going to turn it over a little bit here. I will get you zoomed in, don't worry. There's our exhaust valve opening. Exhaust valve is closing. Intake valve is opening. That's this one. Keep turning. It's closing. No bump. No bump. Intake valve's opening. Piston's coming up now. Before it reaches the top, one of the valves should bump. It's hard to get that. You want to get it from the crank pulley, might be easier. Still coming up. No bump. We have a broken decompressor on the camshaft. Let me get you zoomed in a little bit here. Whoa, easy now. We can't all fit in there, just control yourself. Okay. So what we're after is watching this valve. It should open, then close, comes up in compression. As it's coming out of compression, this should actually just bump just a little, tiny little bump. And then the piston continues to come up on compression. It fires and runs. And once it runs, centrifugal weight moves the decompressor bump out of the way on the camshaft, and it runs on regular compression. Problem we have is, it's got regular compression all the time. And it just doesn't like it. So we need a camshaft. Now I gotta look one up and find it. And then I gotta pull the motor apart and install it. Oh no. All right, let me get some parts gathered for it. Excellent candidate, well worth putting a camshaft in. It's a low hours machine, it's a good quality machine, so we're gonna fix her. All right, well, I found me a camshaft. It's on order. It's coming. But tractor's on the hoist right now. It's already, I don't know, 9:30 at night. Let's just keep going, I said to myself. Just go, just keep going. So I did. Fuel line's off, throttle cable's off. 4 bolts underneath, 9/16 bolts, they're out. 1 5/8 in the middle, pulls the crank pulley and everything down, get the drive belt off, mower deck belt off. Okay, this side is done. On this side, it's a couple of plugs and the starter wire. That's it on that side. On the front, I don't have to pull the cylinder head off. We just have to relieve the tension on the valve train. So I loosen off the adjusters for the valve lash adjusters. I'll loosen them off. Just slid the push rods out, steel one on the top, aluminum one on the bottom. And when you do that, if you're going to do this, just snug these nuts back down. We're going to set the valves anyways when we're done. But make sure you get these little followers off of here. These little caps on the, and don't lose them like that. Get those off of there because you will drop them and you will lose them. And you'll never get your lash set. Anyway, that's good. Perfect. Now we just lift the engine out. Oy. Let me lower that hoist down a little bit so I can get in there and get my arms wrapped around the thing. Is the hoist ready to go down? It is not. Okay, hoist going down. I'm just going to flip it over. Easy there, turbo. I'm just going to flip it over right on its lid, right where it is, because I have 0 room on the bench. And just hope we don't break anything. Should be fine. Yeah, out she goes. Over she goes. It's going to drip fuel out of the carburetor because it's full of fuel. Oh, dang, man. Don't get ornery with me now. Now we're looking at the bottom. Bottom of the engine. Got a bunch of bolts here. There's our oil pump cover. You guys can't see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, looks like 10. Also looks like the oil filter might dribble oil everywhere. Whatever. We got to get to her. Let's get the zoom back in. Get those 10s bolts out of there. It should be halves. Oh, yeah. Where's the gun now? The little impact gun. There it is. Let's pop all those out of there. Come out. Look at that. Flew right out of there. There's speed of flowing everywhere. There's going to be oil. Like everywhere. It's going to come out of the oil pump. How are we for looseness? We're not loose at all. Rubber mallet. Where do you even hit the thing? Well, we'll go here. It's popped. It also has to work that seal off the crankshaft here, so that's going to be snug as well. Out she comes. Out she comes. Huh. Oh yeah, don't do that. That's going to be running oil everywhere. I need to put that in a bucket. How many do we lose? Just the one bolt came out. Okay, I gotta set this in a bucket. There's our governor. And I see a broken spring here. There's a broken spring, and I am pretty sure that is off our decompression. Huh. Counterweight. There's a counterweight there that goes back and forth to, oh, something. Yeah, something. I see it down in there. Let's get that out of there. A magnet on a stick. Well, now, that's not supposed to be detached. Let's get our governor off of there. Nothing is mangled there. Okay. So far, so good. Please just stay where I put you. Camshaft, the weight, the bumper, everything is missing off this cam. So, yeah. What a pile of crap this thing is. I mean the design anyway. So, this little weight here is supposed to be on a piece that, a little notch in the lobe there. A little bump that at 0 speed or very low speed, that bump will just bump a lifter and bleed off the compression. Well, when this isn't there, that doesn't bleed off the compression, and the starter doesn't have enough jam to reef the thing over. So, yep, definitely bad camshaft. Super common. I don't know why they did it like that. There's got to be so many other better ways to do it, but they decided to go that route. This is not an uncommon problem. I'm just looking for more stuff that broke off because there was more things. Maybe we'll go fishing with a magnet on a stick. Oh, there's a little piece there. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's raining. And likely you can hear it, so I'm gonna have to stop this video here for now so you guys actually there's nothing else to show you right this minute. We're just gonna keep digging around here, make sure all the there's a piece, make sure all the pieces are out, and yeah, when we get new parts we'll get it back together. So let's get some, just a little 10W30 in a squirt can here. I'm going to throw it down where the valves, or the camshaft sits in there. There's a little hole. And I'm going to use some Ultra Slick. I don't know if you can see it. Anyways, it's Permatex cam lube. I've been using this stuff for years on small block Chevys. So I'm going to put some on this. It's a flat tappet cam. Let's just give it a little help. Just a little help, that's all. Sticky stuff. So I'm just gonna drop the cam in and line up with the dot on the crank with the dot on the cam. Well, maybe that's the idea. Here we go. Okay, that's there. Our gasket's on. I'm gonna have to line up the water or the oil pump drive. Well, let's get that governor, boop, installed. Well, now it's installed. It's gonna line up on the governor arm there. A little tab there. New seal is already pushed into the cover. We're gonna try and wiggle this thing on there without messing everything up and without flipping that seal over backwards. Hopefully the oil pump and everything lines up nice for us. Probably will not. Are you gonna? Are you? Nope. Seal's not going in nice. Let me get something. Poke that seal back in there. Just run it around the lip so it doesn't flip that seal upside down. Oh. Everything lined up. The planets aligned. Oil pump drive and everything all lined up. Doop, down it goes. Huh. Well, who'd have thought? Pure luck is what it was. Let's get some bolts in there. There's a torque spec on these bolts. I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna have to look it up. There's red sealer Loctite stuff on there. You know what? Maybe I'll just put a little drop of blue on it. I don't know. I'm sure there's a manual somewhere that tells me what to do, but let's just get this done. Last segment of video was getting actually quite loud in the shop because the rain was coming down hard outside. It's threatening again to do that tonight. But that was actually maybe 2 weeks ago now. I think it's been 2 weeks since I recorded that last segment of video because I'd ordered it. Okay. Where? Oh, that's gone forever. Gone. What spare bolt? Anyway, it's been a little bit since I got this camshaft. Since I ordered it. It does take a little while. I am not supplying part numbers because everything's they're a little different. You have to order a camshaft by the model, date, and code number that is on your Briggs Stratton. Not this one. Not this one. So, that information on a twin is found on a valve cover, model, date, and code. Model, type, and code. Not date. Model, type, and code. That information is on the valve cover on these engines. If you need to get parts for your engine, that's where you get your information from. Because I don't want to be the guy that tells you the wrong thing. I'll let somebody else do that. So I'm just going to run these down with a gun. I'm not going to torque them. I just want to get them run down. Well, it might not even want to do that with the Loctite on there. Oop, that one's tight. Yeah, some of these threads are a little goopy. Again, this is just a little driver, basically a screwdriver. Okay, I'm gonna find torque spec. All right, I found the torque spec and my torque wrench. 220 inch-pounds. I think that's what, 18 foot-pounds, but it's 220 anyways. We're just gonna snug these down in a cross pattern. Oh, yeah, is it gonna stay there? Yeah, just. Well, that one wasn't snug down. There we go. A lot easier to torque things when they're bolted to a tractor. Not the case here. You do that one? Yep. That one? Yep. Come on, get over there. I think there's this one left. Yeah, now let's check them all. Make sure none get forgotten. Coincidentally, that's the same torque spec as the cylinder head. Get over there. 220 inch-pounds. Now, before we go much further, I'm going to put a pair of vice grips on that and make sure it rotates all the way around. It doesn't hit nothing. Vice grips. I think the spark plug is out. Might be. I think it is. Don't damage the shaft. Okay. This way. Well, it goes around. We're gonna go with it. I don't know, man. Should be fine. I mean, I put all the stuff back in that came out of it. Yep. Ha! Let's flip her back over. Oh, yeah. Get that pulley out of there because we need it underneath the tractor. Okay. Roughly where it belongs. We're gonna go with that. I think the muffler got full of water sitting outside for a bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all this crap back on. I'm gonna put the pulley back on, get the bolt and all that stuff in there, and just get the engine mounted solid back on the tractor, and I'll zoom in and we'll get this part, those back in there. The rod, push rods and rockers and all that stuff, we'll get it. You know what I mean. All right, we got thunder rumbling out in the distance there. And if it starts to pour, I'm gonna have to stop the video because I got a tin roof on this old shop and you won't be able to hear anything. All right, let's get this done. Here's how we're gonna do it. I did assembly work off camera. So push rods are in, the little caps that are on top of the valves are in, got them in place. Rockers are like loose, floppy, all the adjustments are loose. Got the exhaust pipe on, but it's all bolted down and ready to go. I even hooked up the wiring on this side because this is about a camshaft, not about a refurb. Anyways, we're gonna turn this engine over. No more rotation. Okay, so that exhaust valve is going down. And we can actually set that intake valve right now. So we're gonna set her at 5/1000ths of an inch. Lots of play. Oh, a couple of raindrops on the roof. Slight drag. The screw in the center is a lock. That locks it from turning. On this style, there's a few different styles. So I'm just gonna, a little snug. Does two things, it'll extra snug that lock. And it just gave me a tiny bit more squish on that clearance, and it's perfect at 5 thou. Perfect. That's what I wanted. Now just to make sure, we're gonna hold the adjuster. We're gonna tighten that lock down. There's the torque spec. I don't have it on my top of my head. Now this valve is all the way down, so rotate that around. So let's watch this. Intake valve is going down. And try and hopefully go slow. So that's opening. Now it's closing, so the piston is on its way back up. Piston's on its way back up. Valve is closed, and it just bumped open. Just bumped, and it's closed again. So that little knob on our camshaft is working. So let's get that intake valve shoved back down again. All the way down. If that one's all the way down, you can set that one. You don't need top dead center. Not on these engines. Not bad, not bad. Snug that down. Now it loosened off. As soon as I snugged that down, it went just a little bit looser. I'm gonna use my wrench and just a little bit more, just a little. That's nice. Nice, nice. Just a little drag on it. And we're gonna hold that, and we're gonna make sure that the lock is tight. And it is. Double check. Beautiful. That's it. That's how it's done. The easiest, fastest, simplest way. Setting valves is not complicated. A lot of guys just overthink it. They get themselves worked up, and really it's not that big of a deal. I am not the only channel that does it on YouTube. There are lots. Everything looks golden in there. Let's bolt its little hat on. Model type code number. The first two digits of my code number is 14, so it's a 2014 model. That's how you do it on a Briggs. Now that was silicone on there. I put a gasket on it because I have them. Get them with the driver. It's not an impact gun. Perfect. There's oil in it. Let's get a spark plug in it. Here's the spark plug for it. Back up. Just gonna fire that spark plug in here. The rain is coming, I can hear it. Not sure if you guys can hear it yet. I'm rushing, I'm hurrying. Well, I'm not rushing, I'm rushing. Champion RC12YC. Yeah. If all went well, this thing should actually fire pretty easy. It does have oil in it. It's got a good oil filter on it. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna crank the key. You guys watch up front here for fires. Brakes on, fuel's on. Oil in it. Let's see if we get a click from the solenoid here. We do. You ready? And it idles. Starts nice too, very easy. Let's see if it starts easy again. Perfect. Awesome. Because before it was starting with, well, cranking like it had a dead battery. It was just, what? Stop. Well, a little bit of cleanup, and this machine is another resale one. Again, it was a resale one that came back, and anyway, I'll sell it again. Awesome. There you go, camshaft replaced. Well, like I said, I wasn't going to give you the part number for the camshafts and stuff, and I'm not going to do that, but I will tell you, I got it from Amazon. Cheap China. We'll see what happens. I've never used one before. I've only ever used OEM cams. I had nothing available to me within a reasonable amount of time, and I got to get this thing back out in the yard. So I'm gonna run it around here a few days. I'll cut my own grass with it a couple of times, and then I'll clean it up. But I wanna do a little bit of a longevity thing on it. Here's the rain, I gotta shut her off here. Anyways, we'll see what goes on with this camshaft, hope for the best. Thanks for joining me, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you do subscribe, give the bell a dingle. It'll let you know when I upload new videos. Till the next one, take care.